This is Blake Snell, and this is my stream room. I wanted to build the stream room just simply for the fact of I wanted a place that I could call like my gaming space. I wanted a place where I can just kind of get away. And I had the ability, you know, just from people that I've met to be able to do something really cool. And yeah, and then just kind of like had a bunch of ideas, saw a bunch of cool game rooms, kind of put it all together with my own touch, as well as Tylor's touch, and just kind of like put it all together. We all had our own ideas, and just was really open and free about everything. And then it came together way better than I ever thought it would be, which is very exciting for me. And then also I wanted to show, you know, when I stream, I wanted to show people like my side, my personality of my gaming room and what I really wanted to, you know, have and, you know, share with them. So there's a lot that went into it, but it's just like, it's always been kind of a dream of mine to have my own gaming room. Very early on, my older brother was like, he was like the king of video games when we were younger. He's 4 years older than me, and he'd always beat up on me in Halo and any sports game. We played a lot of NCAA, and so ever since then I got hooked 'cause I just wanted to beat him, and then from there on it's just been like a true love of mine that I enjoy doing in my free time, and yeah, I just kind of fell in love with it. I fell in love with shoes at a very, I wouldn't say very young. I was in 7th grade. My friend came to school in like some Space Jam 11s. I didn't know what any like shoes were. I just had, my mom would give me some like beater shoes, and they were just whatever. They got me through the day every day. But this kid wore Space Jam 11s. I said, hey, what are those? He told me about them, and then I started researching them. And from that point on, 7th grade on, I fell in love. And anytime I'd get $100, I was buying shoes. And then I started, you know, after that, I started buying shoes not in my size. I started selling them for more, just so I can, you know, get more shoes and build up my collection. And now it's just become, you know, a very fun thing for me. And I'm able to buy all the shoes that I really like, and I get to display them. And it's something that, you know, means a lot to me, and that's why it's in my game room, and it's like my little man cave. And yeah, it's just who I am, I guess. I met Tylor when I bought this house, and I didn't think anything of it. I knew the previous owner told me a lot about him, what he could do, and I always have things that I want to do and create and make, and I'm not that good, you know, building is just not my thing. So when I was able to work with him, you know, kind of build our friendship, and as, you know, our friendship built, we just talked more and more, and then, you know, I had this plan. I said, hey, this is what I want to do, because this room was just empty. It was full of just, you know, miscellaneous things and stuff that's for the house, and I wanted to make this my game room. There was just a space that I felt like was wasted in the house that we could really utilize. And when I talked to him, you know, he had ideas, I had ideas. So it was just so much fun going back and forth and being able to really work on, you know, the stream room and the shoe room and, you know, the room for me. And, you know, to see how excited he was made me more excited. And then when we were able to start, get this going, he started building, and that's when it kind of like took off, because then we started coming up with more ideas, more cool things, and then he didn't show me nothing. Like, it was all pretty much a surprise. I knew I had an idea of what things were gonna look like, but I didn't really know it was gonna be as good as it was. I came in and it was just like everything was, top notch, the best I could ever really think of it being. And when I came in, I was just like, it's done on time. That was the biggest worry for me. Is I've worked with a lot of people that build, and usually it takes, when they say something, it usually takes a little longer. But I came home, everything was done, perfect. Like, I couldn't believe it. So. And then, being able to, communicate with him all the time about this was something that was really, fun for me, because it just, all the excitement of, I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. So when I was able to come in, it was all done, and, see everything, I just was really just in awe of everything. So I'm happy that, I ended up buying the house, because then I was able to do this with him. And now we're just going to probably continue to do more cool things and creative things around the house.
I'm Tylor Lowery. I took on Blake Snell's stream room, and turned out pretty good. So this goes back like 7 months ago. He was buying the house from a former employee of mine, and we actually did the entire house build. And he hit me up about this mechanical room and how he had a vision to make it something that I didn't even see. So it started off as closet, shoes, and then he went into his streaming and gaming. And I'm like, all right, cool, dude, I'm on like the same page. That's awesome. So we kind of collaborated before he left, because he was leaving. And he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it in your hands. And I'm like, what? You're gonna take off? And he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna shoot you some ideas. Here's kind of my outlook, and we'll just bounce it off each other and we'll get it done. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be fun. So about 2 months into it, we just started framing up the entire room. We had to hide 5 furnaces, 2 hot water tanks, 2 backflow systems, and a fire extinguishing system, and a water holding tank. So none of that can be seen anymore, and that came out with this final product. A lot of hands at work here behind the scenes. I put in a lot of hours here solo, and a lot of people had to come in and help me get everything done, from electrical, custom lights getting ordered, hours and hours of low volt RGB GM lighting that we had to integrate as we built all this cabinetry. Nothing you see was brought in here and put here. It was built, taken away, remanufactured, custom designed for every corner and nick and cranny to hide something in here, so you did not know what it was before. Now it's just what he visualized, or what I thought he visualized. This is actually a huge part of it right here. He wanted to get a bunch of storage for shoes, and just coming into this area, we ran into the problem of having to hide things like dual furnaces going all the way to the top of the house. So we did another hideaway door, and also got his electricity in there for all of his lights. We ended up doing a separate door here that still isn't here, but it's behind this furnace, and that'll kill that entire area. Previously, we just had an old school drop down ceiling. We pulled all of that, ended up doing a new custom black 3M top, and then he really wanted a Rolls Royce ceiling, so we hit up a company and became a dealer out of Florida through my buddy's electrical company, and did the Starlight Starbright ceiling, and he was 100% that had to be in here, so we got it done. Other than that, I took everything I've seen from him, from gaming, playing around with baseball, and just being a hometown Washington kid. And I knew that he wanted to come in here, have his desk, have his PC, and just be able to just chill out, relax, and not have to worry about playing, training, and just the day-to-day life he has for 9 months out of the year. So we tried to incorporate as much of his PC and desk just to have that open air, to where he didn't feel like he was just stranded here, and also not making it to where it's 100% just a closet. So we did a floating metal subframe all the way underneath the floating floor that we brought up 5 inches. And then behind this area was a bunch of other furnaces as well we had to hide. So we used that as our backlash for all of our wiring, from low volt to the dedicated circuit that's ground faulted for his PC, to all the monitors. And then I just wanted to finish it off with a custom quartz countertop that flowed a lot better with the room and just wasn't your standard typical slap down table. and also gave us the accessibility to run all of the RGB lights, which everything's zoned separately to where he can change it as he pleases, put stuff in different areas, change it as the years go on, and then obviously get some of his logo and, you know, the stuff that he's come up with over the years in here to where he can always have it, take it, move it. It's not stuck there. He can do as he wants. Other than that, I just tried to keep the flow in here similar to the house, kept the metal look, did the metal backsplash all the way across here. The entire flooring and edging is all just metal, and if you know the house, it's everywhere. No other door in the house is solid glass, so we wanted to just make this like the room that looked nothing like any other room in the house. So you come down here and you obviously know this room is completely different. And from what I've seen, he's happy. It was a badass project. I definitely have better thoughts of how to go about it again next time, but when you're collaborating and trying to just do it with one guy a couple hundred miles away and sometimes a couple thousand miles away and you're here, it gets tricky. But yeah, I'm definitely happy with the product, and I hope he gets to enjoy it for years to come.
Yeah, I was super excited about the game room. You know, I really was curious to what it was going to look like. I had my ideas, but I didn't get to see any of it until I got home. So me being away the entire time, you know, not really having any clue or idea of what it looked like, I definitely was pretty anxious. But you know, once I came in and I saw it, I was really blown away. So, you know, coming in and seeing the finished product and how everything, you know, just matched everything I wanted and more. It was really, I don't really show a lot of emotions. When I saw it all, I kind of was freaking out, and that's how I knew, like, this is definitely my game room. This is, you know, my home, and it just made me really excited inside. So to be able to see everything and all the work that went into it, I'm just really grateful that it came out the way that I wanted. I mean, really past what I wanted. But definitely excited that I get to share this with everybody, and y'all get to see, you know, something that's so cool, and hopefully y'all get to make a better game room just by seeing this like I was able to do. Yeah, so I worked with Nvidia. The guys over there treated me amazingly. They were really fun to work with. They really just made everything I wanted come to life way too fast. And all the little details they put into the PC, I didn't know a lot about PCs. I knew a good amount, but what they did and how they explained it to me, and every little detail they put on to make it my PC the way I wanted it, it was really special. You can see just inside the PC how beautiful it is. You can see on the outside how beautiful it is. Every touch is the way I wanted it, and they did stuff that I didn't even know you can do. And I'm really grateful for that. So to just see, you know, how much they really cared about the details of the PC and how they got me the best stuff, you know, I could get for the PC, it meant a lot to me. And, you know, being able to, you know, have them come over, build the PC myself with them, that was an experience that I'll never forget. It was something that was so cool, so unique. And, you know, them sharing their time with me to come all the way out to Seattle, you know, to do this was amazing. And now I get to stream with one of the best PCs in the world in my mind. So I'm really just so excited to get this going. And yeah, my PC's sick. You're gonna see it on every stream, and Nvidia really did their thing. Appreciate you guys tuning in. If y'all wanna see more, follow me on twitch.tv/classicallyfamous. Link will be in the bio. And let's continue creating all these memories. Let's cut that out. Good.
I thought that was it, and I'm like,
all right, y'all, that's it. I'll see y'all on stream. Go tune in. Stop playing with me.